I want to just share some interesting insight with you. So, as you may have noticed, in all the belief systems, whether we're looking at Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, etc., like we see that one of the core elements which we see across these beliefs is the concept of self-discipline. And that is something that has really been compromised nowadays with all the social media and all the entertainment available and all the food available. Alhamdulillah, like a lot of us where we live, like Dubai, for example, like anything you want is at like just some clicks away. And discipline becomes such a hard thing to master, to be quite frank. Now, discipline is something that doesn't just maybe for some people, but typically it's a practice. It's not something that may just come all of a sudden. It's something you have to keep practicing and be very conscious about. And I wanted to share like a little insight with you, a personal thing that has happened today. So for 1 week, I was actually on a vegetarian diet. I wanted to have more sattvic food. Sattvic means food which has more energy, pranic energy, more clear energy to it. And so things that are grown from the ground, vegetables like grains, those are more sattvic than animal protein, for example. But let's leave that for another conversation. What I wanted to say is that today I'm no longer on that diet. And it's not, by the way, it's a diet in the sense of I'm having just vegetarian food, but there's no restriction on how much I'm having, okay? So today, at about 11 o'clock, not too long ago, because I'm no longer on the diet, I suddenly had this like, let me have a cup of tea and have some pancakes, like fresh pancakes with it. And then, because I've been reading like about Japanese Buddhism, and I discovered that they have these energies, let's say, easy way to explain is like energies which sabotage like the human being. So this looks like the energy, and they call it like klesha, the klesha of desire, the klesha of arrogance, the klesha of, what else is there? There's greed. There's just the klesha of uncertainty. From what I understand, there's not that many, but all the other, klesha of anger is a big one. So these are like the handful of energies that end up sabotaging like the human being in his like balance of his body and mind. And so today when I had at this odd time, I wanted to eat something just because I wasn't like very hungry. I was just like, I'm no longer like on this diet, let me just do something. And I suddenly realized that like I was feeling the klesha of desire and kind of greed also. And I'm like, okay, hold on. I've put this effort for a week to practice like, like disciplining my mind, my body, increasing my sattvic energy. And now I just want to like have a snack just because it sounds like a good idea and because it's available and I can do it. That's not aligned with neither with the teachings of Ayurveda in terms of like lifestyle measures, because we should eat proper meals, not just eat something in the middle because it affects our digestion. And across all the traditions, it's like you don't just eat just because, like, so I caught myself, I'm like, that's the clash of desire and greed a little bit. Like I need to just, what I decided to do is I decided to wait about another hour and just eat something properly. Like I can wait like 12:30, just eat a proper meal and then be good for the next 3-4 hours, inshallah, instead of like having something random, not too big, not too like random thing at 11 o'clock and then not feeling hungry till 3 p.m. Let me know if that resonates with you and if this message video was helpful.